Wingo Talk.
Today's topic is Bill Gates' first computer. And the first vocab word is found. Now this found is not the past tense word for find. This is a verb that means to start or establish a company, organization, school, or something else. Larry Page and Sergey Brin founded Google while they were students at Stanford University. Recall, to remember, or to bring something back to your mind. Do you recall the time when you first met your best friend? Excel. This just means to do something very well. Jane excels at languages and math, but she has difficulty with sports. Hack. This means to use a computer to access data, systems, or networks without permission. Criminals hack into computers at large companies so they can steal important information. Privilege. A special right or benefit that isn't available to everyone. In the photo up there, you see Lou Gehrig. He is talking about how being on the New York Yankees was a privilege. I had the privilege of meeting the president. Studying at a great school is a privilege. Drop out. This is a verb. It can also be a person who quits a school or program. But here we're using it as a verb. It means to quit a course, program, or competition. Lady Gaga dropped out of New York University's Tisch School of the Arts so she could focus on her music career. Before Bill Gates founded Microsoft and became one of the richest people in the world, he was a competitive young boy who spent his days reading and playing board games at home. Gates recalls excelling in every subject in his local high school, but the lack of challenges began to bore him. His parents eventually enrolled him in a preparatory school, hoping he would find it more engaging. What they did not know was that this was one of the only schools in the nation that had a computer available for the students to use. Gates was fascinated by the machine and spent as much time as he possibly could on it. He quickly taught himself the basic programming language and created a tic-tac-toe game. He and his friends played the game against the computer. Eventually, he met Paul Allen, a student who also had a love for computers. Together, Bill and Paul hacked the computer's software so they could use it for an unlimited amount of time. But they were caught. The punishment was severe. The school faculty took away their computer privileges. Gates couldn't stand being away from the one thing that truly challenged him. So he offered to use his new programming skills to fix the security problem that allowed he and Paul to hack the computer. Luckily, the school agreed, and Gates fixed the problem. Then, after fixing the problem, he also made a class scheduling program that he sold to his school. He and Paul later teamed up to create software that reported traffic patterns around Seattle. It made them over $20,000. After high school, Gates' academic performance, near-perfect SAT score, and incredible computer abilities got him accepted at Harvard. But within 2 years, he dropped out to create Microsoft with his friend, Paul Allen. By the age of 23, Gates would become a multi-millionaire, and his company would forever change the computer industry. He claims it all started with his high school computer program. Who is the average founder? In this chart, we will look at various characteristics of people who start companies in the US. First, let's look at age. When we think of a founder's age, a lot of us might think of young people like Mark Zuckerberg, who started Facebook when he was still a student at Harvard. However, we can see that a majority of the people are between ages 30 and 59. There are definitely some people aged 29 and under, but a majority of them are right in the middle. And then not very many people started after age 60. Next, on the right, we can see other various details. First, how many people started their business from home? This would include people like Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, who started Apple out of a garage. This number is 69% of people started their business from home. Next, education. 33% of people started their business without a college degree. This means they only graduated from high school. Next, fails within 2 years. 30% of companies that just started end within 2 years. Next, what is a popular way that many of these startups are funded? Well, this chart shows that 77% of startups are funded with personal money. This means the founder started the company using their own personal bank account. And below that, we can see that the founder started with less than $5,000 33% of the time. So we can see a lot of businesses are started with just a little bit of money. You can talk about this chart in more detail with your group. Ready to discuss the entire story? You can find a full discussion lesson at wingotalk.com. So go online and get the full lesson for free. Alright, see you next time.